Welcome. This is 13 Action News, serving the Las Vegas metropolitan area. Right now, the USGS has seen small earthquakes in Nevada, Arizona, Wyoming, California, Washington, Oregon, Montana, and Colorado. These earthquakes are from magnitude 1.0 to 2.5. The USGS says a huge earthquake will occur in each state within the next 5 to 7 days. Residents are advised.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. The USGS has detected several small earthquakes in the states of Nevada, Arizona, California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. The earthquakes have a preliminary magnitude of 1.0 to 3.0. The United States Geological Survey also expects that a huge earthquake will happen within each state that was mentioned. When this happens, tsunamis may occur, and so will volcanic eruptions. The earthquakes are expected to strike within the next 5 to 7 days. The earthquakes are expected to have a magnitude of 8.0 to 11.0. Because of this, a voluntary evacuation is in effect for the states mentioned. If you want to evacuate, do so now. Grab food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, and other essential supplies before evacuating. If you do not want to evacuate, shelter in place immediately. A curfew for all of these states will be in effect from 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight until 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. An earthquake watch remains in effect until further notice for all of the West Coast. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information on this developing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the California Emergency Management Agency. Residents have given multiple reports of cracks forming in the ground. It is unknown why this is happening, but the United States Geological Survey is currently investigating why this is happening. Stay tuned to KTLA-TV or other stations that furnish information on this developing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At 11:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, a huge earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 9.8 occurred. The epicenter of the earthquake was at the Las Vegas Strip. The earthquake was felt as far west as Honolulu, Hawaii, as far east as New York City, as far north as Alberta, Canada, and as far south as Mexico City. It is unknown if a tsunami has been generated, but however, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center is predicting a 9-foot tsunami to occur and hit the coastal areas of California, Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and western Canada within the next 3-4 hours. However, this will not impact any areas within the state of Nevada. If you see a fire, extinguish it. If you smell gas, run away from the area immediately. If you are stuck, call 911 immediately. More updates on this scenario will be coming. The National Weather Service in conjunction with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center have issued a tsunami warning for the coastal areas of California, Oregon, Washington, Western Canada, and Alaska until further notice. At 11:47 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, National Weather Service Doppler radar detected a 9-foot high tsunami approaching the coastal areas of Hawaii, Alaska, California, Oregon, Washington and Western Canada. This tsunami is 20 miles east of the coast of Hawaii, moving west, east, and north at a speed of 75 miles per hour. This tsunami is expected to hit Hawaii in 25 minutes. Due to this, all Hawaiian residents must seek higher ground immediately. If you are not in Hawaii, evacuate immediately. This is a mandatory evacuation order. Grab essential supplies such as food and water. Put a damp towel on your mailbox to let authorities know you have evacuated. Repeating, a tsunami warning is in effect for the coastal areas of Hawaii, California, Oregon, Washington, Western Canada, and Alaska until further notice. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At 12:10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, a big earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 10.3 has been recorded. The epicenter of the earthquake was located 10 miles west of the Long Valley Caldera supervolcano. Catastrophic damage has been reported through the west half of Nevada and the whole state of California. Moderate damage has been reported between Montana and New Mexico, and mild damage has been reported in the Midwest. This earthquake has been felt as far west as Manila, Philippines, as far east as Rome, Italy, as far north as the North Pole, and as far south as Antarctica. It is expected that the Long Valley caldera will erupt, so all residents are advised to evacuate immediately. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. The USGS expects the Long Valley caldera to erupt within the next 4 to 5 days. As a result, an immediate mandatory evacuation order is in effect. Before evacuating, grab food, water, clothing, medical supplies, toiletries, blankets, pillows and a battery-powered radio with extra batteries. When evacuating, put a damp towel on your mailbox to show authorities that you have evacuated safely. No westbound or northbound travel or traffic is available. Contraflow has been enacted on all roadways. To repeat, an immediate mandatory evacuation order is currently in effect until further notice.
Welcome back to 13 Action News, serving the Las Vegas metropolitan area. Around 5 minutes ago, the Long Valley caldera has erupted, and the ash has flown up around 10 kilometers already. And yes, the Las Vegas metropolitan area is included. Ashfall is expected to fall down within the next 30 to 45 minutes. Um, right now, that's pretty much it for all. And also, the National Weather Service is expecting temperature drops by around 10 to 20 degrees below average, or even 80 degrees below average, which is making very unusual patterns. And this is because of the the ashfall that's going to happen soon. So the weather pattern is going to happen right when the ashfall.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Nevada Emergency Management Agency, in conjunction with the National Weather Service and the United States Geological Survey. At 5:40 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, the Long Valley Caldera supervolcano erupted. The ash has traveled 10 kilometers into the air, and ashfall is going to occur within the next 60 minutes. When ashfall occurs, weather patterns will happen, causing the temperatures to go colder. The ash will cover the states of California, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Washington, Oregon, North Dakota, South Dakota, New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. All residents are advised to evacuate either north or east. No southbound or westbound travel is available. When evacuating, grab food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, toiletries, blankets, pillows, a battery-powered radio and extra batteries. Put a damp towel on your mailbox to show authorities that you have evacuated safely. Contraflow has been enacted on all roads going north and east. Repeating, an immediate mandatory evacuation order is in effect until further notice. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. The disasters that have occurred 5 years ago have now ended, including the weather patterns and the ashfall. The destruction made by all disasters have been rebuilt. All residents are now able to return to your homes. There were 5 million injuries, 4 million deaths, and 1 person missing. However, communities are helping authorities find this person. They expect to find this person in 2 days. Also, the ashfall and disasters have affected all of the United States. We will not forget a disaster that has done all this. This concludes this activation of the emergency alert system. We thank you for your participation during the disasters.
Hello everyone. This is Thunder Z4925, the creator of the triple disaster, which is an EAS scenario. My brother Persis is over there. Say hi. So I just want to say thank you for the support to the channel you've done, and because of this, I have decided to make an EAS scenario. This is the first EAS scenario I've ever made. Thank you so much for the support you've given us. Um, I'm thankful for that. And by the way, the Tiny Town Tycoon series season, I believe that's season 3, is continuing. It is being successful, although I have not made the video yet. So I will be making that video, uploading that video soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.